What's up, fellas? Rickle here. Today, we're going to be doing a little bit different of a video. I'm going to show you guys answering a question that I get often. Rickle, how'd you make your money on labs? You don't have any keys. You don't play Shoreline. How'd you make your money? Well, I'm going to show you my guide, my run that I do, the kit that I run to run labs, make a lot of money, and no keys required. It's easy. It's easy and simple. So we're gonna go over to Ragman level 1. You're gonna get yourself a little peen helmet. Go to Ragman level 2. Get yourself some contacts, unless you're anti-contact, but I like to hear. Get yourself a 6B5 armored rig, armored vest, whatever it's called. And also, if you got level 3 traders, you're gonna get yourself a schmog for good luck. Alright, so this is your armor setup. This is your basic armor setup. We're going to be running an MP7. This obviously doesn't really work if it's beginning a wipe. You can run a PP19, you can run an AK, whatever you feel comfortable with. I personally just like running an MP7 for this kind of stuff. So I usually bring 3 extra mags in the rig, 1 in my vest, or 1 in my container, 1 IFAK. I don't bring any bound morphine or anything like that. Just because I have ibuprofen here, I usually have a splint here as well. We'll bring 1 grenade and a beta 2. And this is your farming kit right here. Okay? Super simple. It's like 300 to 350k. And that's, you don't have to have a suppressed MP7. You can run MP7 unsuppressed. But I like to run suppressed just because if there's people on the other side of the map, they don't hear you. You got to be quick in and out. You're not going for PvP. You're going to just get in, kill a couple raiders, and get the hell out. That's how you make the money. That's the easiest way to do this. But with an MP7, you can kill players. That's not an unviable option. So this is your basic kit, and I will guide you through my run and everything else. I got a pre-recorded video that I'm going to send you guys over to right now. So I will see you there. Alright, so we're in here. We're going to load in. Loading into labs. And I'm going to try to record this. Try to record my voice over top of watching the video rather than me just doing it live. This might be shit, but we'll try it for this first sort of guide video like this, and we'll see how it goes. We're deploying here, so let's see where we spawn. I don't remember. I recorded this like 3 days ago, so bear with me here. I think we've spawned high-low. Alright, so we spawn high-low spawn. We're going to rush in, check for LADX, check for the weapons testing key. And I will say, one thing I can't stress enough is when you're doing these farming runs, your objective is to get in and out as fast as possible. You're not trying to fill your backpack. You're just coming in with a beta 2. You're just trying to grab, high tier items. Not even specifically high tier. You just want to get as much bang for your buck from the raiders. You know what I mean? But you're not min-maxing. You're not micromanaging. You're trying to get in and out. So you can see my kit here. It's the same thing that I showed you guys before. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be jumping down into the basement. What I'm doing here, though, is I'm kind of listening because it is kind of a hot zone for people to spawn. Specifically where we're going to jump down. So, kind of just trying to listen, see if there's anybody down here before we jump down here and fuck ourselves in this hole. So, I thought I heard people. And we didn't end up hearing anybody, so like I said, we're just doing a sound check. You're not trying to fight players here, guys. That is not the objective. That is how you get killed. That's how you lose money. This and that. You're not geared to fight players head on. You're just geared to take a couple rounds from some flesh damage raiders, and that's it. And scoop up some new armor and go. But like I said, your objective is to kill as many raiders as you possibly can and get the hell out of the raid instantly. That's your objective. Ignore all players. Ignore all gunfights that you don't have to take. And some people may say, well, No, that's boring. This and that. You're not going for PvP. You're going for money right now. You go in, you make a bunch of money, and then later on in the day when you've already made 3, 4, 5 mil, then you go balls to the wall. Kill everybody, you know, push everything that you hear. This, that, and etc. Just trying to kind of clear here a little bit, and then we'll kick on the upstairs elevator. This a lot of times will spawn the raiders. You'll hear them to my left and to my right if they do spawn in. There you go. When they spawn in, they usually start talking shit, so pretty easy to distinguish where they are. We killed that raider. There is a spawn right directly above what I like to call blue stairs up in the 3rd story, so just kind of be mindful of that. That's why I like to run suppressed, just because if people are across the map, they're not going to hear you. You're trying to not attract any attention. You know what I mean? Like I said, this isn't the most action-packed way to make money, or you know. This isn't the most action-packed way to play, rather. But this is how you make money. As a solo player, if you're running with a squad, you know, you can do things a little bit differently, but you're min-maxing. You're coming in with minimum, trying to get out with maximum. Even if you kill one raider and you get a Gen 4 assault out of it, just a Gen 4 assault alone is 200k. You know what I mean? There's a raider in the metal hallway. We'll end up potatoing some shots, but we will kill him. I'm gonna do this for excuse me. I'm gonna do this for 3 runs. Oh, actually, that's the next video. So I'm gonna do this for 3 runs, and then on the 2nd and 3rd video, there's really not much. I'm just gonna jump around, show the scavs that I kill, and that's it. There's really not much to show for. And again, these runs that I'm showing you, these aren't like crazy runs. You know, this was a very average set of runs. Like, I'm not going to display, you know, killing 15 raiders in the basement, making it out with 2 million rubles, and then calling that normal. That's not very normal. You usually kill 2 or 3, maybe 5, you know, and you're in and out of the raid with, you know, a Gen 4 on, a Gen 4 in the bag, and you're ready to go. This raider right here, just his AK alone is 100,000 rubles. The Gen 4 assault, this and that. This raider right here just made me 400k minimum, without selling his ammo, without selling none of that. I could have kept the Karasa, but the Karasa is pretty cheap and pretty useless. And I'd rather have the HK just for the base model of the HK. You know, because if you build a best in slot HK, it's 100,000 rubles just for the gun. You get one from a raider, you can sell all the attachments that you don't use and you replace with, you know, best in slot items anyways. And you still make about 45,000 rubles from selling everything, and you still have the base of the HK that you need. You know what I mean? So this will save you a lot of money just on building HKs if you like that sort of thing. My favorite gun, so I always stock up on Raider HKs. Another thing is too is you always want to check your weapon boxes, especially on labs. I don't think there's a cap on what can be inside of a weapons box on labs, because I found Reapers in here. I found all sorts of random random things in weapons boxes on labs, so I always check them. You never know. I found SDN6 suppressors. Obviously, NT4s are pretty common. And I mean, you're trying to just make everything that makes you a buck. You know, even if it's just a little cheap grip that's 6,000 rubles a skewer, it's still 6,000 more than you had. And if you ain't rich, you know, every penny makes a dollar. You know what I mean? And I think I'm kind of being a little sloppy. I think I skipped a couple of the loot boxes. But if you, like I said, if you wanted to min-max and you want to make as much money as you possibly can, loot every loot box in the basement. A lot of times when you'll kick main elevator on, raiders will spawn down by Z Hall. They'll spawn in the basement. You'll hear them start screaming as soon as you hit it on. But in this raid, I don't think they do spawn. They probably spawned upstairs. That doesn't matter. We got a 100k AK, we got an HK. Excuse me, and we have a Gen 4. That alone, I'm gonna keep the armor. I'm gonna keep the HK. I'm gonna sell the attachments from it, and just from not selling anything else, just the selling the 100k AK. And the attachments and all the unnecessary stuff for the HK, it's 150,000 rubles.
Let's go.
On top of a free Gen 4 assault that's perfect, and LZSH. And we're gonna leave that raid before the basement guys come and kill us. But that's it. And that was what? I think that was an 8-minute raid. And I mean, if you wanted to sell all this stuff, you could put that Gen 4 up for 200k, sell, you know, on the flea market and sell all this stuff and make a lot more money. But I like to keep the gear that I run and sell the rest of it. So my numbers are a little bit lower than, you know, yours could possibly be. But that was an 8-minute raid, and that's what we did. So we're gonna fast forward through here. I'll see you guys at the end of the video when we come up with how much money did we make in total. Alright, so as you guys saw, we died to that Vepr Hunter. Getting greedy and looting that player out in parking on our third raid. But if we wouldn't have got greedy, we would have made it out with another Gen 4 and our kit to go back in and do that all over again. But it is what it is. We paid the ultimate price. We made it out of there with 2 Gen 4s, some grenades, about 500 and some odd thousand rubles. It was a pretty good couple raids. Just your average, nothing crazy, nothing ballistic. But I hope this kind of stuff helps you guys. I do think that this is the best way to make money on labs with no keys, easy in and out, and really nothing to it. So hopefully this helps you. Maybe the route helped you. If the kit helped you, you know, drop a comment and say what's up and say, hey, yo, thanks for the help. I hope you guys enjoy this kind of stuff. If you do, drop me a follow over here, or I guess it would be a sub on YouTube. If you want to see this kind of stuff live, jump into my Twitch channel. I'll leave a link to it in the description, and I hope to see you guys around. As Point 12 drops, we'll release more content, but until then, you know, it's just whatever I come up with out of my brain or what's requested from you guys in chat. So thank you guys. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you around. Later, boys.